absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. It's tomorrow night. It's the night before. It's live Eve, as it were, but we got this. We've got this. Just don't mess it up for me.
5 minutes till we're on air.
2 minutes to on air.
1 minute until we're on air.
20 seconds to on air.
2, 1. EastEnders is now live.
We're on air.
17 next.
Come.
So it is Tuesday the 26th of November and Derek and I are going to be starting to plan for the live episode which takes place on February the 20th.
We have to do what's known as the staging rehearsals, and that's purely blocking the actors on set, and that happens the first week of February, and then in the second week we move into the technical rehearsal weeks. The second week really is when the trucks will come in, we lay all the cables and make sure all the cameras go into the studio, and then on the following Monday we do our producers run to show it to our producers.
Well, let's see what happens when we start rehearsals.
Hi, my name is Anne-Marie Cassar and I'm the lead first AD on the live episode of EastEnders for their 40th anniversary. So in about a week's time we start rehearsals, and once we've finished rehearsals and all the actors are very proficient with what they're doing, we will then invite the technical crew onto the floor and we will start rehearsing with the cameras, lighting, sound, etc. And when that is all working well, we will start doing full runs in costume and makeup. Very exciting. Okay, well, I'll see you at the read-through.
Good morning everyone, welcome to the EastEnders' 40th anniversary live read-through.
I never want to be apart from you again, alright? Do you mean that?
Get down and tell me what's down there. She's my sister. Oh, she's my cousin. What's the family tree got to do with it? Give me that Brandy. Get down there and tell me what you see. Oh my God, she's my sister. No, she's my cousin. What's the family tree got to do with it? For God's sake, give me the brandy.
I love you so much, Liz. I mean, you're everything to me, all of I've ever wanted.
And the thing about living here, you're always going to be surrounded by family. And the thing about living here, well, you're always going to be surrounded by family.
In the barrel saw, Stacey viscerally sobbing onto Martin's chest. His life is ended.
Stace, I'm okay!
I don't think there is much to say, apart from I would just like to say a huge thank you to Mr. Vi. I think he does deserve a round of applause.
Alright, we need him.
Okay, so it's officially our first day of rehearsals for the live episode. We had a read-through this morning and we are now blocking the outside scenes. But we're enjoying ourselves. A little bit dreary, but you know, it's January, so. Oh, it's not, it's February.
I used to have my shoulder. A lot of cast here, but there's some cast that are not here. Wonder where they could be.
Action.
So we have been rehearsing all of our live stuff, haven't we? Yeah. It's all really dramatic and
Sonia's giving birth.
giving birth live.
Reese is dead, squished by a bar. Behind us,
He's there.
and then Sonia gives birth.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, you know, not the average day.
We've only
And
got
excited.
2 weeks to go.
Yeah, and we
2 weeks today.
It was good that they've put us all together.
Oh yeah, it's so nice. Couldn't have wished for a better,
I'm
better
really
people to be
grateful.
with. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
Where are we? Back to the future.
Lost
It
in the
is.
dimensions, different
Yes.
dimensions of EastEnders. Confused? You will be.
This is what it's like rehearsing with Scott.
Yeah.
This powerful emotional moment in television history.
Yes, we like to flip it, you know.
We do.
We like to have fun and then create diamonds.
Yeah. Out of rocks. Out of old rocks.
No, it's all very exciting. We're very excited, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of great work.
Yeah.
So this is when you realise you're a little part in a big machine.
Yeah.
You're in the future, so
Yeah.
are we together? We
Who
might not
knows?
be. I might not like her anymore. In that case. I'm saying it might be, or we might be together.
Don't try.
And if we were
and get
together, we'd be
back
all
now.
over
Don't
again.
try and make up for it now.
They all live happily ever after. Gorgeous day.
You've changed. I'm here on the sofa with another man. Very different to the other one. Was doing the same thing yesterday, but very different flavour today.
Went well. Didn't
Yeah, well, I feel solid. I feel like, we've got the thing going on. It's up to everybody else what happens, and you'll know what happened by now, wouldn't you?
It's a pleasure to work with Di, and if it goes the other way, I'll be sad. But if it goes this way, I'll be equally not sad.
Not sad. There's no other emotion than sad and not sad.
But whatever is best for Denise, whatever you've chosen.
We've had such fun, haven't we? We've had like an absolute roller coaster of a ride.
It's been such an accomplishment. It feels like a massive accomplishment.
Yeah, you've been
No,
a joy to work with.
stop
All right,
it.
no, he ain't.
No.
He ain't been a joy to work with. It's pain.
So normally when we do EastEnders we only use 4 cameras and move them about, but for the live we've got 26 cameras, so we need a much bigger control room. So here am I at the moment, we've got our graphics and our EVS, our replay. Next door we've got our lovely production gallery where Lance, our director, sits. Over there we've got where our cameras are going to be operated in terms of exposure and things like that, and then we've got our lighting team and our sound team all in their separate areas.
They say things to each other that aren't scripted. What? Yes. Guess what? That's not a line. And this isn't a line either. Or this. Or that.
You there?
It's February the 14th and we are rehearsing our live episode that goes out in 6 days' time. We just want to explain, because obviously we shot the explosion of the Vic that you've already seen before Christmas a couple of months ago, and because we obviously shoot ahead of time, we're already filming episodes, and therefore the Vic looks like that now. But in the live episode we need it to look like it's just exploded. This is Mark, he's our lead camera supervisor, and he's going to explain how we make this work.
So, Chris, back in December, we actually shot the Vic and where it exploded, and then a week ago we put a camera back on the roof, and we've had to completely match the angle, and then through the magic of television, our graphics department have made overlaid the damaged Vic over a live element of the shot. So what you see on your telly is the real cast live with that destroyed and as it was back in December.
So the action, the cast are all live in the scene, but what they're looking at is different to what you'll be looking at on your TVs at home, which is a pre-recorded shot that we did a couple of months ago.
So I'm in stage 1 and we have the CAF set next to me, but here we've got a bit of a cutaway of an ambulance. We've got 2 chairs here, and each chair represents the gurney that Sonia is on. So this is a little jelly baby, like that, and each mother will be sitting like this with their real newborn baby, and they'll see a monitor of Natalie, who's going to be in the ambulance with the jelly baby, and they'll copy her and how she's holding the baby and how she's rocking the baby, and they're going to do it exactly the same. And the reason we're not using a real baby in the ambulance is because the ambulance is in another studio next door, but that studio is filled with smoke because there are other sets in there that are filled with smoke and it would be unsafe for the baby. And the reason we've got 2 babies is just in case one is crying, we'll cut to the other one. We've got 2 cameras, 2 babies, 2 mothers. It's very clever.
5 minutes till we're on air, thank you.
2 minutes to on air. Absolute silence and still everywhere, please, guys. Thank you.
1 minute until we're on air. Nice and quiet in the studio, please.
20 seconds till we're on air. We start on VT, we come out of VT and live into stage 3.
2, 1. EastEnders is now live.
We're on air.
Hey, get out of this stage before the whole thing comes down.
No, I'm not leaving you.
Please tell the kids I love them.
Stand by, please, lot.
And we're off shot. Let's move swiftly. We're outside Jack's house.
Off camera.
And we're off there, ladies and gents.
So we've just completed our first run through of the live. It's so nerve-wracking, I can't tell you, but we've got a few days left to sort of go through it as many times as possible, tweak anything that needs to be tweaked, and then it's time to go, guys.
We've got one more night left. Oh, one more.
I think we'll have nothing left.
We'll have nothing left.
It's live day!
Cat, get out of the way. Get out of my shot. Never get out of my shot. We need
I didn't see you there, so
It's live day!
It's not live day, it's live day.
There's
Why
no
are you
off.
getting so nervous?
There's no off button. I'm sorry.
So today we are going live, but that doesn't mean we get to sit around until 7:30. First up, we have all the actors coming in getting all their radio mics on, because obviously we can't have many booms in shot.
So we are getting radio mics for a little run through. It is the day of days, but we're doing a run in our own clothes with no makeup on. So it'll be a little bit like Kelly pretending to be Linda today, which is always odd. I might put her shoes on. Thanks.
Then Chris Clenshaw, our exec, is going to get the whole cast and crew together to give us a big good luck studio to everybody and make sure everybody is okay.
I think they're in for a real treat this evening. We will carry on, we will do our best, and I think we're going to deliver something very special.
After that, we are going to go and do a run through to make sure everybody knows what they're doing, all the cameras are in the right place, just a complete run through start to finish. After that, it's lunch, everyone's favourite time. And then after lunch, the cast will go into costume and makeup and get ready for the actual live show. And then at 7:15, Chris will get the results of the vote, which will then pass through to the actors and the crew. And at 7:30, we go live.
Just been mic'd up and I'm going to show you the waiting room. But this is the buzz right now, everyone's cuddling and Lacey's getting her fuel on board. We've got lovely cake here from one of Jack and Josh's friends. Very cool. Hope you enjoy it. We can't wait.
Okay, so the vote has been independently verified. I'm going to take a look now. I'm obviously not going to reveal it to you. Oh, interesting. Okay, so come with me and we are going to deliver this news to the cast and the crew. It's all very exciting. Thank you very much to everyone that voted. We really appreciate it. The man, the suitor that the viewers, the nation would like to see Denise with is Jack.
Come here, come on. Together.
Oh, love you. Love you.
Love you.
We're gonna
Thank
now
you, well
leave
done.
you, Di, to prepare. Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you, Scott.
You stuck with me.
Thank you.
Thought you was getting me.
Thanks, everyone. We're now on our way to stage 2, where I will be delivering Natalie Cassidy the result of who you voted to call her baby. We're on air in 15 minutes.
Are you ready for the news?
Yes, please, Chris.
The viewers have been voting. Results are in. They would like to call Sonia's baby Julia.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Good luck, everyone. Break a leg. So we have one more stop where we've got to go and break the news to the gallery. The results are in.
Go on.
Jack and Julia.
Yes.
Option 1. I'm just going to show you the results so you know that I'm telling the truth. They've been verified. This person here, Jack and Julia. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Right, we've got a live show to do.
Get house lights down, please. 10 minutes until transmission, everyone. 5 minutes. 2 minutes until we're on air, everybody. 1 minute until we're on air.
That's 30 seconds.
10 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Running title.
And we're on air.
And we're off shot. Let's move.
We're on to scene 6. Coming back to us at scene 9.
Get the front door open. Buggy standing by.
Well done.
And they're off. They're off. They're off. They're off. We're doing well. They're travelling down to stage 1 now to get into their position for their interior scene. Let's hope they make it in time. Alright guys, setting up here for scene 18 next.
Quick turn around now, please.
And we're clear. Well done.
Well done. You're all amazing.
Yeah. Well done, everybody. That was absolutely fantastic. That's a wrap.
See you at the 50th. Well, unbelievable that was. The nerves, the tension, finally done it. Weeks of rehearsal. You're amazing. Amazing.
Oh, well done, babe.
Blimey, and that's it. Done. That's a wrap on the live. Oh.
Thank you for watching.
God, it's so exciting! We did it! We did it! There were no mistakes.
40th, baby.
Just the absolutely best thing I've ever done. So emotional, the whole thing, the hard work that's been put into it from everybody, cast, crew, makeup, costume, cameras, everybody. And it's all been for you guys, so I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.